Yo! 2008 Saturn Vue, 3.6 liter. This thing died going down the road. It ran out of power. There's no charge light on. I put this battery on a charger overnight. Made sure it gets a good surface charge. Looks like we got 13 volts. My toaster says it's got 1,000 cold cranking amps. So that battery's good. Throw the infamous load tester on the thing. Drop down to 12 volts. Turn this amperage up. Any little bit of amperage and it's just dropping my voltage. Should be about 160 amp alternator. There's 150 and it's reading 11 volts. So I'm gonna blame the alternator. I took the fuse box cover off so I could get at this positive terminal right here because there's some goofy cover on here I don't want to deal with. First thing I'm going to do is disconnect this negative terminal. It's a 10 millimeter. I'm going to put something over this terminal to make sure it doesn't fall down on there and touch that thing. That should work just fine. I have an engine cover I'm going to remove. I'm going to take off this oil fill cap and yank this thing off. There's a child-proof connector on this mass airflow sensor. I just need to pop this back, push that tab down, unplug that. This is kind of funky too. Breather. I have a hose clamp here. It's an 8 millimeter or a regular screwdriver. Pull that out. This air box has a couple of 10 millimeters. I got a swivel socket so I can squirrel this out real easy. There's a peg that holds it in the front. I should be able to just lift this up and out of here. Just like this, the whole unit. Now I need to support the oil pan with a block of wood and a jack. And you can see that the oil drain plug is a low spot, so you don't want to put the block of wood on that. It'll just increase your chances of cracking that oil pan. There's two 18 millimeters in this motor mount for the frame. 3 15 millimeters here. I see the engine fell just a little bit. I can jack it up just ever so slightly. I don't want to get too carried away. Looks like I can get about an inch or two out of it just for a little more room. I'm feeling a little resistance right there, so I'm going to stop right there. I don't want to be lifting up the car or anything stupid. Now I got this big aluminum bracket here with 18 millimeters on it. There should be 3 of them. I have a serpentine belt down here with a 1/2 inch square on it. I can get in here with a breaker bar and turn this thing and unload this belt. I got a little wobble with a 15 millimeter for this pulley. I got just enough room to take that out. I got a ground on a 10 millimeter here I'm going to take off just to try to get a little more room. Now on the back side of this alternator I have a connector here. You just push in this tab. And I have the battery terminal. That boot's all crusty. It's busting up on me, but I can pull that out of the way. 13 millimeter ratcheting wrench will take this off. Then I have 2 more 15 millimeters for this thing. I got this engine jacked up as far as I think I can go, so I should have enough room to squirrel this out of here somehow. Just like that. Reverse procedure. I got those two top alternator bolts started, and I'm just going to start this pulley bolt here just to make sure everything's lined up the way it's supposed to be. Now, if you really care, all three of these alternator bolts get tightened to 35 foot-pounds. I can go ahead and put the serpentine belt back on. That ground should be tightened to about 12 foot-pounds. I'm going to make an educated guess and do 45 foot-pounds on these bolts. Then I can drop this engine mount in. And I'm just going to lower the engine just a little bit till these bolts line up. That should be good. I'm going to snug these down first. I will do 35 foot-pounds on these. These frame to mount bolts I'll torque to 80 foot-pounds. I can get my jack out from under here now. Now for the back side of the alternator. I got a cheesy new nut with a cheesy little washer on it. I don't like the looks of that, so I'm not using it. This rubber boot's giving me a little bit of grief, so I turned what's left of it inside out. It's kind of like the dumbest thing ever. I just got to make sure that it seats down there all the way without crushing that rubber behind the connector. It can only go in one way. There's a slot in there, and that rubber likes to get in the way. I would not tighten this nut any more than probably 12 foot-pounds. It doesn't need to be that tight. Plug that connector in. I need to get this mass airflow sensor plugged in before I can test this alternator, so that this has got to go back in here. I would do these two 10 millimeters at about 8 foot-pounds. Make sure the key's off and out of the ignition. Put that down as far as it'll go. He's getting tightened to about 12 foot-pounds too. Basically, you want to snug it up enough to make sure this thing isn't loose. Went right up to 14.5 volts. That's perfect. I can turn this up. About 160 amps. I'm right at 12.5 volts. So that's good. I'm going to call this good. It's a job. Okay, bye.